hook the bluegills through the back. The poles get put in at about a 45-degree angle. How deep are we hanging those? About maybe 12 inches?
Yeah, this one's about 12 inches. Anywhere from 6 to 18 inches, depending on the location.
And how far in the bank is the poles? How far do we put them in?
This one's got about an 18-inch piece of rebar on the end of it, and then the pole itself is in probably 6 inches, so 2 feet, I would say.
And then, but there's some of them where we only put them in 6 to 8 inches, I bet.
Yeah.
Back there. When the fish gets on it like that, it's not trying to pull the pole out necessarily. Yeah. I mean, it may try a little bit, but at the same time, it's going to be bending it down, so it shouldn't. Anyway, and then you see what we got going on with the motor here? We're just basically ramming the bank, keeping the motor on idle, and it keeps us pinned against the bank so that we can do the work we need to do. This is episode 2 of bank pulls for catfish in 2019. This video was from a trip we took about 3 weeks ago. It was middle of May. The catfish were just starting to bite. On the bank pulls, we're mainly using live bluegill for bait, but this time of year when it's still early and the water's cold, cut bait works great, as well as we're using some shrimp on trot lines and rod and reel. I will put some links in the description below to the circle hooks and the J hooks that we're using. I will also try to list some different materials that we use to make the bank poles. For your convenience, if you want to build some, just click on the links and make you some bank poles. If you guys like watching hunting, fishing, cooking wild game, mushrooming, anything you could think of in the outdoors, a lot of do-it-yourself things. We do a lot of food plot videos, things like that. If that interests you, subscribe below. And after you click subscribe, hit the little bell button. You'll be notified when our new videos come out. Alright, last but not least, before the video starts, if you guys would like some E-Factor Outdoors shirts, these things are sweet. There's me on there with my longbow and one of the E-Factor team members, Dan, with the giant buck. And it says E-Factor Outdoors. Let everybody know that you like bow hunting in the outdoors with this t-shirt. I'm going to sell them for like 15 bucks. So just shoot me a message, leave a comment, whatever you want, get a hold of me, and we'll ship you a shirt. Alright, enjoy the show, guys. So Justin and Josh came over. Really, they got started this morning, and they've been catching bluegills. I've already got some bluegills. We got plenty of bait. I have shrimp and night crawlers as well. We're going to do some bank poles. We're going to do some trot lines. We're going to make some bobbers out of bottles and try hanging bluegills into log jams. We're just going to try to catch as many fish as we can and have some fun. So Justin brought his four-wheeler. We've got my four-wheeler. And we have 2 boats, which I'll show you in a minute. And we're hoping to figure out a way to get the big boat in the good part of the river. Alright, we're headed down. We're done rigging up bank lines. Justin filleted up a bunch of bluegills. We picked some asparagus. And we're gonna get the boats down on the river.
She's a little muddy, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's not up and flowing so hard.
Right.
Right. This isn't even the part I thought would be sketchy. You might want to film this.
It's about to get interesting. Hey, I don't think you should go no further. You drop it off that right there. You go off that, you ain't getting back up.
Here comes Josh. And there's where we got the boat in somehow. Might be tricky getting it out, but she's in. And we got, I don't know how many gills I grabbed. I'd imagine there's 20 plus in there. One scoop of the net. And yeah, we're gonna hit it. We're off. We're gonna go way downstream and work our way back up. Beats a canoe, huh? Every time. That's awesome, man. Never been here before. I'm leaving some on the table back there. Chicken of the woods, baby. We're gonna have fish, chicken of the woods, and what, asparagus. Talking about. Here's a spot that it's kind of behind this tree, and it should be a pretty calm area where the bluegill can swim around a little bit. Coming in hot. I wish you the best of luck. We've already got a chicken of the woods mushroom.
Eating bluegill.
We already slayed bluegills and ate them. Caught a 5-6 pound channel. We are super stoked.
We got probably 25. We're gonna end up having set out.
Look at that, the water's flowing backwards right there.
Yeah, it's backwards eddy. It's great.
We hooked the bluegills through the back. The poles get put in at about a 45-degree angle. How deep are we hanging those? About maybe 12 inches?
Yeah, this one's about 12 inches. Anywhere from 6 to 18 inches, depending on the location.
And how far in the bank is the poles? How far do we put them in?
This one's got about an 18-inch piece of rebar on the end of it, and then the pole itself is in probably 6 inches, so 2 feet, I would say.
And then, but there's some of them where we only put them in 6 to 8 inches, I bet,
yeah.
back there. When the fish gets on it like that, it's not trying to pull the pole out necessarily.
No.
I mean, it may try a little bit, but at the same time, it's going to be bending it down, so it shouldn't. Anyway, and then you can see what we got going on with the motor here. We're just basically ramming the bank, keeping the motor on idle, and it keeps us pinned against the bank so that we can do the work we need to do.
Try not to melt the lens off the GoPro. I'm cooking, babe.
Got something? Nice.
Is it a catfish? Because I love
Good
catfish.
one, too.
Is it catfish? I love catfish. They're so delicious.
If the dog don't get him first.
Nice. That's a good sign.
You just put shrimp on there like, what,
2 minutes
15
ago.
seconds ago?
Yes. Look how fat that belly is.
Wow. Here, I'm gonna take your picture. Hold that thing up.
Hunter, catfish.
Chicken of the woods mushrooms, delicious. We need to run them upstream, the part that goes around my island, and then we need to run them in the dead river.
Right.
And we need to set the trot line. Then we come back and fish with rod and reel. I think you can just grab the whole entire pole out of the... Oh, coming in hot, hang on. I think these are like the, I don't know, I call them like the non-spawning channels. Like when the male channels spawn, they, their heads swell up and they turn black. Like when I first, okay, you got it. You can take that up and stick that in your pocket. Just throw the fish down wherever you want. Here, hold me. Look at this. Here, grab these, take these. So I think it's still a little bit early. I don't think they're spawning, running up the river yet. Because when they do, usually we catch at least one or two of those male channels with the big swelled up heads. And these are normal looking channels. So I bet give it another 2 weeks and it'll start getting really good.
There it is. Surprise fish.
Yeah. That's one of the male channels I was talking about, right? Is that got the bulgy looking head? Hold that thing up, Justin, when you get it off the hook or whatever. Nice. That one.
Coming in.
Get him in the boat. Oh yeah, things are looking up.
Look at that one's eye.
Man, that's a real nice one, man. Yeah.
Because I have not grabbed one that's had a fish on it yet. Even my freaking fishing pole, he caught it.
I'm on fire this trip.
Yeah. Nice. Another good channel. Justin pretty much just lifted the back end of the boat in the trailer and pushed it. He basically pushed me and the boat and the four-wheeler.
Yeah. He's the diesel.
That was fun.
That's a heck of a boat ramp, man, if I ever seen one. Is that supposed to be like that?
Still better than two-wheel drive, it's three-wheel drive.
Well, now it's yeah, exactly. Three-wheel drive. All right, we got one trot line to check now, and I'm in the mud motor boat here. Alright, we're going to clean these fish and get them packed up for Justin to take home. These guys got caught on night crawlers and shrimp. Add them to the pile of fish.
For all your dining pleasure.
They're going to taste yummy. When you're done fishing, you cook up the rest of the bait.